Hi everybody, this is Dr. Elana Michelson back again for part 2 of this session with my friend Daniel, and it's okay with you that we post this publish it on Facebook and on my site and on YouTube?
Yeah, absolutely. It is okay. I give my consent
Okay.
for you to publish this, so the public can be of some value, hopefully, to people and the world.
Okay, great. In the first part of the session, we were working on a specific dream where your grandmother was in this tunnel, which is dark, and she was somewhat lost, either lost her mind or just lost her way. It wasn't quite clear for you, and it had all sorts of ramifications for your daily life, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, and we've already worked on quite a few aspects. You can see them in the last video. And now we're going to continue working on the next aspects. And if I remember correctly, we were talking about that somehow you felt that if you went to drugs and to alcohol, you would be able to relieve yourself of these issues that were caused by the dream.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Well, let me ask you a question over here. Where would you get this feeling from? Do you have people in your life that you know that are on alcohol or on drugs?
Yeah. I actually have a few childhood friends who continuously use, I don't use it, any drugs or alcohol, but I have friends who continuously use drugs and alcohol. And I feel bad about having them in my life. And
What do they tell you about it?
they usually say that it's they like it. They always say how good feeling it is.
Okay, this is going to be a very non-judgmental statement over here that I'm going to say to you right now.
Yeah.
But if you feel that people laugh at you now, they have no reason. But if you start taking drugs and alcohol, they'll have a very good reason to laugh at you. Because then you'll be doing really stupid things and possibly hurting people for absolutely no reason at all. Okay? Very non-judgmental.
Doing what for people? No reason?
Doing really stupid things and possibly hurting them for no reason at all.
Exactly.
Okay?
Exactly.
Very non-judgmental over here. Now, what I can say is I want you to look back and see if you have any memories where you were in their vicinity when they were doing the alcohol and the drugs, and seeing the faces on the look on their faces, if they're feeling good by it, if it's making them feel relaxed. Can you think of those memories? Occasions like that?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, how old were you was the first time that it happened?
I think my mom told me that my biological father, before he died, he was actually into drug abuse.
Okay, so you actually think it's like a family tradition.
Kind of, yeah.
Okay. And after that, I mean, that you actually experienced firsthand with peers or with...
Yeah. When I was 15 or something, I had friends who had, used marijuana and cannabis since they were, and cocaine since they were 14. I didn't do it, but they kept doing it, and they always rationalized, like, there's no problem, it's natural, it's good, and all that type of justification drug users always make.
Okay. What is the best part about it, you think?
And I actually tried drugs when I was a teenager, once or twice, a few times. And when I lived in Barcelona.
Okay, what was the best part about it?
I felt like I was safe. And I drank alcohol. I felt like I was cool, like I was safe, like I was exciting, like I was funny, like people loved me.
Okay, and what was the worst part about it?
The worst part about it? That you know that through the law of attraction, it's called low energy substances. So through the law of attraction, just by using drugs or alcohol or other things like that, you automatically You automatically place yourself in a position where you attract into your life disempowering people. This is something most people don't know about drugs and alcohol, and this is what worries me the most.
Okay, and what's the worst part of that? Bringing low, so you bring in low power, disempowering people. Big deal. What's the worst part about that?
People draw me down. It's discouraging. I feel like I'm not worth anything. The shock of maybe being in a fight, I don't know. The fear, shock if I would be in a fight with someone.
What's the worst part about that?
The trauma feeling. The shivering in my body from trauma.
And what's the worst part about that?
That I can't achieve my desires.
Okay.
And that would mean death. That would mean being forgotten and not contributing.
Which is worse, death or being forgotten?
Which is worse?
Yeah.
Trauma or being forgotten?
Is worse than death?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so the worst part about it is that you're just going to be forgotten.
Yeah, forgotten and not being able to contribute to life. A life where I don't in some way add value, contribute, and I'm at my best is just no life, I feel. And alcohol and drug abuse could take all of that from me.
Okay. Who was the first person who made you feel unloved? You said that when you took the drugs, it made you feel loved, made you feel safe, made you feel exciting. Yeah. Who was the first person who made you feel unloved?
My aunt. Unloved?
Yeah.
My aunt. First time, I think.
And how old were you?
I was maybe 3. It was that time when I think I threw something and she didn't talk to me for a day or so. No matter how much I talked to her, she didn't answer. I felt so forgotten.
Okay, so if I would say the statement, I am drawn to drugs because, drugs and alcohol because, what would you answer?
They make me feel recognized.
Okay, and I need to feel recognized because?
Because I feel forgotten, basically.
Do you have any bad experiences with drugs?
Yeah. Not with drugs, but with alcohol.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
A few bad experiences about people thinking that I would cut through the line and tell me to stand in the line in public.
Mm-hmm. What was bad about that?
That I feel like people pull me back. People take my right from me and I can't speak my right.
This is why you were on alcohol.
Yeah.
Huh, doesn't really make you feel remembered, does it, if they're holding you back?
No.
Just wanting to make sure that you know that contradiction over there.
Yeah, exactly.
And let me tell you, if you're worried about people laughing at you, take alcohol or drugs, people laugh at you much more.
Yeah.
Okay, what is something that you would never in your entire life put into your mouth? The thing that disgusts you most in your entire life?
Somebody's, I don't know, internal blood or internal fluids.
Okay. Okay, so what I want you to do is, I want you to feel those good feelings. Alcohol and drugs, they're going to make me be remembered. They're going to make me feel recognized. They're going to make me feel safe. Got those good feelings? I don't want you to all think about blood or any of those other fluids inside your body, you know, the plasma, the cells, the fluid in the spinal cord. Don't think about those.
And the fluids around the sexual organs disgust me.
Oh, yes. Those fluids around sexual organs, those really great ones, yeah. Don't think about those as you're thinking about all that love, recognition, safety that the alcohol and the drugs are going to give you. Did you know that there are girls in college who don't want to get stuck by the police driving. So what they do is they'll take a tampon and they'll insert it inside when it's soaked with alcohol. I don't want to discuss you or anything. Don't, Okay, go back. Think about that wonderful feeling, the love, recognition, safety. How does that feel now?
Much less.
Much less. Yeah, I would think so. Okay, I want you to see your friends doing this stuff where'd they do it? In the forest? Or they just did it out in the yard? Where'd they do it?
Yeah, they do it out.
Would they go to the forest, to the yard, to the...
In the forest, the yard. It's always in a peaceful context.
Okay, so go to that peaceful place. Okay. See it over there? Okay, but actually I want you to notice that on the ground, there's lots of blood. Not sure where that blood came from. Could be a dead animal. Could be that they hurt themselves. Could be they hurt each other. Lots of blood over there.
Yeah.
Very peaceful, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, start tapping. Let it go.
Let it go.
Let it go.
Let it go.
It's a fake peace.
It's a fake peace.
Not a real peace.
Not a real peace.
Fake safety.
Fake safety.
Not a real safety.
Not a real safety.
I let it go.
I let it go.
I choose the real thing.
I choose the real thing.
I choose life.
I choose life.
I choose safety in life.
I choose safety in life.
Not in drugs.
Not in drugs. I choose safety in life, not in drugs.
Drugs don't give me safety.
Drugs don't give me safety.
Drugs give me all sorts of blood.
Drugs give me all sorts of blood.
All sorts of bodily fluids.
All sorts of bodily fluids.
And everything else.
And everything else.
Do you ever notice how alcohol has the same color as urine? Some of them at least.
Yeah.
Wouldn't want to drink that, would I? Never know what they might put into it.
Yeah.
You never know. Everyone wants to get a good cut. Urine's pretty cheap.
Yeah.
Let it go. Let it go. And they probably put those sexual fluids as well around sexual organs. It's also pretty cheap. People like to do it, so why not? Let it go. Into the alcohol, into the drugs. Let it go.
Clubs.
Okay, and when you go there, how does that sound good or does that sound bad?
It is in reality bad because pounding music, any music with repetitive pounding or booming, disconnects us mentally. Mm-hmm. So I recommend anyone never to listen to that type of music or expose yourself to that, even if it's a low volume. But I still feel like inside me there's positive associations to it.
Okay, so feel those positive associations.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. I don't want you to think about your eardrums popping and all that blood coming out, because that's what happens.
Yeah.
Okay, the blood, the pus, the infections that can ensue from it. Don't think about that as you think about that pounding music. Okay, and let it go.
Let it go.
Let it go.
Let it go.
I'm safe letting it go.
I'm safe letting it go.
Time to let it go.
It's time to let it go.
I'm safe.
I'm safe.
Grab your wrist. Breathe in. Blow out. And say peace. Okay. How does it feel now? Listen to that music. What do you think about when you feel that music again? See the blood coming out of the ears?
Yeah.
Drizzling out slowly along with the pus. Want us to listen to it?
Yeah. Yeah, I still feel the positive feelings. I feel that positive feeling because I feel that that's the only environment, alcohol, drugs, and banging music, but that's the only environment where I will get girls. So there's a positive association there.
Okay, feel that. And start tapping. It's the only place I'm going to get girls.
It's the only place I'm going to get girls.
Need to go there because I want to get girls.
I need to go there because I want to get girls.
But I'm going to get girls that like that music.
But I'm going to get girls who like that music.
And they're going to play it day and night.
And they're gonna play it day and night.
And they're going to blast my eardrums.
And they're gonna blast my eardrums.
They're going to blast their eardrums.
They're gonna blast their eardrums.
Not mentioning all the blood and pus that's going to come out.
Not mentioning all the blood and pus that's gonna come out.
But we'll become like those old people that we have to shout
And we'll be like all those old people that have to shout
in order to hear anything.
in order to hear anything.
I let it go.
I let it go.
I'm safe letting it go.
I'm safe letting it go.
Time to let it go.
Time to let it go.
I'm safe.
I'm safe.
Grab your wrist. Breathe in. Blow out. And peace.
Peace. And I feel this positive, still feel this little bit positive feeling towards alcohol and drugs. And I kind of equate it with getting girls. I equate it with also, I have this positive, I don't watch porn. Yet I have this positive association inside me. I don't know if it's to porn or girls, whatever it is. It's a positive association.
Okay, let me just ask you a little question. Are you interested in a deep relationship or a shallow relationship?
In what?
When you have a girlfriend, are you interested in a deep relationship or a shallow relationship?
Both, I think.
Both. Interesting.
I don't know. I don't know. Based on what I know now, I just
Okay.
because I don't know. I just maybe it's something we could tap on as well. I feel like from the distance, a deep relationship is good. Where every time I've gotten close to a girl, like when it's getting deep, I feel like I can't go in there. I gotta exit.
Okay, well that's something we can tap on. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it might be a general disposition to life as well. Some that I've. Yeah.
Well, it's sort of like you're building up these walls around you. You can't get too close to someone because that will make you vulnerable.
Yeah.
Can't really live life.
Yeah.
And we got to cover ourselves up with drugs and alcohol so that we don't have to worry about that we're not really living life.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, start tapping. I need those places because I need to get girls.
I need those places because I need to get girls.
And I don't want any deep relationships.
And I don't want any deep relationships.
Because I'm a really shallow guy.
Because I'm a really shallow guy.
So I need a shallow girl.
So I need a shallow girl.
I let it go.
I let it go.
I'm safe letting it go.
Let it go.
It's time to let it go.
It's time to let it go.
I choose to realize how deep I really am.
I choose to realize how deep I really am.
I choose to realize how much I have to offer to the world.
I choose to realize how much I have to offer to the world.
And I choose to realize that I'm going to offer that to the world.
And I choose to realize that I'm going to offer that to the world.
And I choose to understand that I'm going to get the perfect girl.
And I choose to realize that I'm out to get the perfect girl.
Who will be able to do that job with me.
Who will be able to do that job with me.
Or support me in it.
Or support it.
As I support her.
As I support her.
It will be one step at a time.
It'll be one step at a time.
But that's okay.
But that's okay.
Because most of it is the getting there.
Because most of it is getting there.
And once I got there.
And once I got there.
I'll be looking for more things to get to.
I'll be looking for more things to get to.
I'm safe.
I'm safe.
Grab your wrist. Breathe in. Blow out. Peace.
Peace.
Okay, one thing back about those drugs and alcohol. And I don't want you to think about the fact that when you do drugs and alcohol, you're going to be totally forgotten. You're just going to be, you know, I read the book Journey from Hell before I went to Bilitat. And he was like he found himself one day inside the morgue with a death on arrival tag on his toe. He wasn't dead yet. He woke up. And he lived and he became a really good man who built a Bilitat and helped lots of other people get rid of their addictions. But while he was on drugs and alcohol, he went into the morgue with that death on arrival, forgotten. Nobody even knew who he was. Imagine had he died over there, how many people would have missed out? Don't try to think about that, though.
Oh, exactly. Yeah. Yeah. True.
Okay? Because what you just said to me now is that you have things that you want to do, things that you want to do for the world, things that you have to contribute, right?
Oh, exactly.
Okay, so how much is that positive pull now?
Um, a little bit, kind of a curiosity feeling.
Okay, that curiosity feeling. Let's start tapping. That curiosity feeling.
That curiosity feeling.
Wonder what it might be like
Wonder what it might be like
to throw away my life.
to throw in my life.
Wonder what it might be like
Wonder what it might be like
to find myself lying down in a puddle of poo or urine or blood.
if I lie myself in a puddle of pool or urine of urine or blood.
Wonder what it might feel like.
Wonder what it might feel like.
Just curious.
Just curious.
I let it go.
I let it go.
Safe to let it go.
It's safe to let it go.
Time to let it go.
And I let it go.
I'm safe.
I'm safe.
Grab your wrist. Breathe in. Blow out.
Peace. Yeah, that's gone now. I still feel a little curiosity. I feel that when I look at alcohol, it looks like it's shiny and it's bright, and the glasses and the bottles of alcohol, it looks very nice. And
Okay, start tapping. That shiny bottle.
that shiny bottle,
Who knows what they put into it?
who knows what they put into it?
Urine,
Urine,
seminal fluid,
seminal fluid,
what's it called? The spinal fluid.
the spinal fluid.
That's probably expensive to get, but urine's pretty cheap.
That's probably expensive to get, but urine is pretty cheap.
I let it go.
I let it go.
It's safe to let it go.
It's safe to let it go.
I can take that same bottle,
I can take that. What was that?
that same shiny bottle,
I can take that same shiny bottle
and fill it up with crystal clear water.
and fill it up with crystal clear water.
It will still have the shininess,
It will still have the shininess.
but it'll be a lot healthier.
It will be a lot healthier.
I choose the water.
I choose the water.
I'm safe.
And I'm safe.
Grab your wrist. Breathe in. Blow out. And say peace.
Peace.
Okay, go back. See that shiny bottle?
Yeah, it's very glamorous and luxurious and looks like everybody has fun there.
Looks like everybody has fun there.
Just a fun feeling, a communion feeling with people.
Feel that fun communion feeling and start tapping. This fun communion feeling.
This fun communion feeling.
Everybody has fun.
Everybody has fun.
Even when it turns into one of those bar brawls.
Even when it turns into one of those bar brawls.
When people are so drunk.
Where people are so drunk.
They punch each other out.
They punch each other out.
All the blood.
All the blood.
Pissing in their pants.
The pissing in their pants.
All those fluids all over the place.
Oh, there's blood over the place.
All the rest of the fluids all over the place, mixing together.
All the rest of the fluids are all over the place. Mix them together.
Broken glass.
Broken glass.
Broken faces.
Broken faces.
Broken noses.
Broken noses.
The blood.
The blood.
The fun.
The fun.
Let it go.
Let it go.
I'm safe.
I'm safe.
Grab your wrist. Breathe in. Blow out. Peace. That's fun, wasn't it?
No. Now I feel a positive, other type of positive feeling towards it. I don't know what it is, just a positive feeling towards alcohol.
Okay, feel it
Yeah.
and start tapping. This positive feeling towards alcohol.
Positive feeling towards alcohol.
Alcohol can be a good thing
Alcohol can be a good thing
if taken in moderation.
If moderation.
Taken in moderation.
Taken in moderation.
But when you overdose on it,
But when you overdose on it,
when you can't stop it,
when you can't stop it,
all it does is bring blood,
all it does is bring blood,
pissing in your pants,
pissing in your pants,
fights,
brawls,
beating each other up, destruction, and everything else. I let go of that positive feeling. I'm safe.
I'm safe.
Grab your wrist, breathe in, blow out, and say peace.
Peace.
You know that I'm Jewish, right?
Yeah.
Within Judaism, there is a concept of being able to take things that could cause a lot of harm and bring it up in holiness to something that's holy. For example, every week on the Sabbath, on Friday night and on Sabbath morning, we say a special blessing over a cup of wine. Okay? And the wine that we use today is nothing compared to the wine that they used to use in the olden days. It was much, much stronger then. Okay, so what you're doing is you're taking something that can cause a lot of damage and saying it's okay to drink it, make it holy, but in moderation, once a week, on Friday night and on the Sabbath. I mean, both Sabbath, but Friday night Sabbath and morning Sabbath. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So everything can have good points and everything can have bad points. I'm sure that there are a lot of cancer patients who depend on some of these medications because the pain is just so terrible for them. But abuse it, it can cause a lot of problems. And that's true for just about everything. I mean, even food. Food is something that you need. It's sustenance. Without food, you can't live. Abuse it, you'll become obese or anorexic. Okay? Eat too much sugar, you'll become diabetic. Okay? So everything can be used for something good or for something bad. Now, my dad drinks half a cup of red wine just about every single day because he heard that it's good. I'm not sure if it was something for thinning the blood or something like that. But he does it every day. But that's all he drinks, that half a cup. Okay? Now, if you can just take that half a cup, I mean, you say you're not addicted at this point and it can make you feel a little bit more relaxed, then that might be okay. But if you know yourself that if you take that half a cup, you're going to want to take half a cup and another half a cup, another half a cup till you're drunk, then it's not okay anymore. Then you shouldn't start with it in the first place. And I'm sure that the Jewish people who have alcoholic problems and want to deal with it, they drink grape juice on Sabbath. Grape juice is also okay. You don't have to drink wine. You can drink grape juice. I drink grape juice because if I just take this tiny little bit of alcohol, I just go all the way off. My whole body feels weak and I just have to lie down. So I don't even bother with it.
Yeah.
Okay, do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. I don't want to drink alcohol. Yeah, I understand that the moderation thing has good points and bad points, and in my case, I feel that I don't want to. I want to release all positive associations there is. So because I don't even like that little type of alcohol. Really,
Okay.
Basically.
Okay, so what's left over there? What positive associations do you have left?
I feel like I'd get accepted at work because everybody seems to be drinking in some way or form. There are a few alcohol, so everybody seems to be drinking at least a lot, as far as I can see, and I guess at least a bit. I mean, at least a bit. And I feel that there's an acceptance feeling in saying that I drink, on weekends.
Okay, so feel that acceptance feeling.
Yeah.
And start tapping. This feeling.
However
I know it.
However
I feel it.
What was that?
However I feel it.
However I feel it.
Whatever it means.
whatever it means,
whatever it represents,
whatever it represents,
and everything else.
and everything else,
All the sensations,
all the sensations,
all the colors,
all the colors,
all the images.
all the images.
I choose to let it go.
I choose to let it go.
I'd rather be accepted for my work.
I'd rather be accepted for my work.
I'd rather be accepted for the input that I give to the company.
I'd rather be accepted for the input that I give to the company.
I'd rather people look up to me and say, that's someone we want to follow.
And could you please repeat that?
I'd rather be someone who people in my work look at me and say, that's someone who I want to follow.
I'd rather be someone when people in my work look at me would say that's someone that I would like to follow.
He's always in his right mind.
He's always in his right mind.
He's always clear-minded.
He's always clear-minded.
He's always focused.
He's always focused.
That's who I want to be like.
That's what I want to be like.
That's how I want to be accepted.
That's how I want to be accepted.
I'm safe.
I'm safe.
Grab your wrist. Breathe in. Blow out. And say peace. Okay, go back.
Yeah. I have this bad feeling now. I feel that when someone gives me a compliment, I don't say this. I never say I always say thank you when someone gives me a compliment. But I have this fear inside me, this feeling that I'll give them the middle finger, or I'll say shut up if someone gives me. I don't know why. I just have that. It's a pain.
Okay, feel that feeling.
Yeah. Ow.
Okay. Know how you feel it, how strong you feel it. And let's start tapping. I let it go.
I let it go.
I'm safe letting it go.
I'm safe letting it go.
It's time to let it go.
It's time to let it go.
Whatever it means.
Whatever it means.
Whatever it represents.
Whatever it represents.
Whoever gave it to me.
Whoever gave it to me.
I let it go.
I let it go.
It's safe to accept compliments.
It's safe to accept compliments.
It's safe to feel good about myself.
It's safe to feel good about myself.
And it's safe to let others feel good about me too.
And it's safe to make others feel
To
good
let others feel good about me too.
It's safe to let others feel good about me too.
And it's safe to let them feel good about giving me a compliment.
And it's safe to let them feel good about giving me a compliment.
I'm safe.
I'm safe.
Grab your wrist. Breathe in. Blow out. And say peace.
Peace. Yeah.
Okay. Go back. Here's someone give you a compliment. What a nice shirt you're wearing.
I feel a defensive, painful feeling.
Okay, so feel that defensive, painful feeling. I'll make you feel really bad. You're doing such a great job on this.
Yeah.
How do you feel?
Bad, like I want to look downwards, like I want to say stop. It feels in all over my body.
Okay, feel it. Start
Yeah.
tapping. Let it go.
Let it go.
All the sensations.
Those
Sensations.
Those sensations.
The images.
Images.
The colors.
The colors.
And everything else.
And everything else.
I let it all go.
I let it all go.
I'm safe.
I am safe.
It's safe to let it go.
It's safe to let it go.
I'm safe.
I'm safe.
Grab your wrist. Breathe in. Blow out. And say peace. And now you can see me without looking like a zebra.
What?
You can see me without me looking like a zebra.
Yeah, exactly.
The sun was shining in before through the shutters, and I didn't notice it. I was so engrossed in our session.
That's awesome, yeah. So I have some positive feelings around alcohol and drugs now.
Okay, what are the positive feelings that are left?
They're here. I feel them here.
Okay, feel them. And don't think about all of that bloody mess. Those
Yeah.
brawls, bar brawls. Don't think about that. Don't think about those people who fall asleep inside their piss because they just can't even go to the bathroom. Oh yes, and don't forget the people who throw up. Oh yes, when my brother was 13 years old, he brought home a friend from synagogue, and there was what's called a kiddush, where they, after the services, they have like not a meal, but someone like wants to celebrate something, so they'll put out all sorts of things for the people to eat, including alcoholic beverages. And this boy had one too many, and my brother brought him home, and he threw up all over the floor, and my mom made my brother clean it all up and said to him, "See, this is what happens when you get drunk."
Yeah.
But when you're drunk, you don't think about that. You just throw up and just lie right down in there. Don't think about that part, okay?
Okay.
And start tapping. Let it go.
There you go.
All those positive feelings.
All the positive feelings.
Those false feelings.
Those false feelings.
Drinking alcohol.
Drinking alcohol.
And taking drugs.
And taking drugs.
Just leads to no good. Leads to blood.
And all the blood.
Leads to urine.
It's urine.
Throw up.
Throw up.
And I'm right in the middle of it all.
And I'm right in the middle of it all.
I let it all go.
I let it all go.
I choose real life.
I choose real life.
Choose real good feelings.
I choose real good feelings.
Choose to watch a funny movie.
I choose to watch funny movie.
Or a comedian.
Or a comedian.
Or just talk to a friend.
Or just talk to a friend.
That will make me feel really good.
That will make me feel really good.
I'm safe.
I'm safe.
Grab your wrist. Breathe in. Blow out. Peace.
Peace.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Go back. Let's change.
I feel this bad feeling like I'm in public and I feel uncomfortable socially because I get corrected because I do things wrong.
Are you drunk now? Just asking.
No, I'm not drunk.
Okay.
I don't drink. I never drink.
Okay, feel that feeling.
Yeah.
And let it go.
Let it go.
Let it go.
Let it go.
Being wrong
Being wrong
is a matter of perception.
is a matter of perception.
What one person thinks is wrong,
What one person thinks is wrong,
one person may think is right.
one person may think is right.
And the same thing that's wrong in one situation
And the same thing that is wrong in one situation
may be right in another situation.
may be right in another situation.
So I let it all go.
I let it all go.
Choose to change that filter.
I choose to change that filter.
Change my perception.
Change my perception.
And accept myself just the way that I am.
And accept myself just the way that I am.
I am perfect with all my imperfections.
I am perfect with all my imperfections.
I am safe.
I am safe.
Grab your wrist. Breathe in. Blow out. And say peace.
By the way, I haven't smoked for months now.
Cool. Excellent.
I just did, there was a little job left, the positive feelings in and around smoking.
Mm-hmm.
And I just did the Ho'oponopono while I tapped. Sometimes it's easy, I feel like there's a collection of meridians here.
Yeah, there is. There is.
So when I tap here, it has a much more profound effect.
Okay. Everyone has different points that are more profound for them. So if that's your good point, then go ahead and tap there.
So I actually tapped here as I smoked. I tapped just a few rounds. I haven't smoked since then.
Cool. Excellent.
Yeah, it's excellent. Thank you for the help. And yeah, basically.
For those of you who don't know, I did a preliminary tapping session with Danial about his smoking, and we basically took away all the positive associations he had with smoking. And at that point, you already felt that it was much less, right?
Yeah.
And then he sort of finished it off on his own based on the tapping that we did together, which is excellent. Excellent work.
Yeah, that deep chaos that chaos and pleasure that drove me, the dynamic inside that drove me to smoke cigarettes, was actually gone after I tapped with you, Elana.
Yeah.
And what happened was, afterwards, there was just what was left was a very few, positive feelings associated in and around the actual
Right.
holding
But
cigarette. As I
that's the
took
second
them.
half. There's the emotional driver, and then there's actual addiction in terms of the actions that you take to do it.
Yeah.
And both of them need to be addressed, but you did a great job addressing the second half by yourself. Good work.
Thank you and thank you. So now alcohol and drugs. I feel something positive here.
Something positive in terms of alcohol and drugs.
Yeah, drinking alcohol and doing drugs.
Okay, feel it. And we're going to have to
Yeah.
wrap up pretty soon because it's already almost 2 o'clock and I'm going to have to get going soon. So feel that. Know what you feel, how you feel, and start tapping. This positive feeling,
Positive feeling.
I let it go.
I let it go.
Not going to think about those brawls,
I'm not gonna think about those brawls,
beating each other up,
beating each other up,
fist fights,
fist fights,
bloody noses,
bloody noses,
pissing in my pants,
pissing in my pants,
and making a total fool of myself.
making a total fool of myself.
I let it all go.
I let it all go.
It's safe to get positive feelings from other things,
It's safe to get positive feelings from other things,
from better things,
from better things,
from things that enhance my life
for things that actually enhance my life
and the lives of those around me.
and all the lives of those around me.
I'm safe.
I'm safe.
Grab your wrist, breathe in, blow out, and peace.
Peace.
Okay. What I want you to do is I want you to imagine a magic carpet coming up right next to you. I want you to get up on that magic carpet, and I want you to go on that magic carpet 1 month into the future. And I want you to see that Daniel of the future. And I want you to see how he's doing, what he's feeling about these things.
Yeah.
What does he feel about alcohol and drugs?
What I feel about it?
What is he, that Daniel from the future, 1 month in the future?
He's not afraid of it anymore, but he doesn't drink. He doesn't drink or do drugs. He doesn't care. It doesn't threaten him either.
Good.
He doesn't feel threatened by it either.
Now I want you to get back up on the carpet, and I want you to go 6 months in advance. And I want you to see Daniel of 6 months in the future. What's he doing over there?
He's having fun.
Real fun.
So he's sober like I always am now.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't do drugs then either, or alcohol, and he's happy he had this session with Elana because he has no positive association left to drugs and alcohol.
And he's safe to have just real fun.
Yeah.
Okay, I want you to see him take that wisdom that he's gained, because he's gained a lot of wisdom, and I want to see him sending it right back to you, and I want you to accept it into your heart so that you can use that wisdom right now already. You don't have to wait for 6 months. And you can start having real fun already right now. Okay? And I want you to know that that same part of you that knows how to breathe and that same part of you that makes your hair grow also knows how to continue this healing process without you even thinking about it, without you even realizing it. And that healing is going to continue taking place every single day. Okay? And I want you to step back up in the magic carpet, and I want you to fly back to today, step back into your body. And I think about what was the gift that you got from this drugs and alcohol.
What I feel about it?
But what's the gift? What gift did it give you? I mean, you had some sort of struggle, right? And everything comes with a gift.
Yeah.
So what's the gift that you got?
I don't know. From what do you mean?
Well, from that struggle that you had with that drugs and alcohol.
The gift was my drive to get rid of that emotional associations.
Right.
To seek you up and begin that journey.
so that you can live a healthier, funner, real fun, and more meaningful life. Right?
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
Okay, great.
Just a question.
Sure.
I was been very curious on the quest on and read a lot of material, a bit of material on presence in the moment and what you're talking about being truly present in the now. Do you do anything except tapping to be present in the moment? I mean, truly present. What do you have to elaborate on that? What?
Actually, I do a lot, because what I do is whenever I start feeling disturbed, worried about the future, I just bring myself back to the present, and I say, let's say I have this big bill to pay and it's due in another month and I don't know how I'm going to get the money for it. And I say to myself, right now I have enough money for everything that I need. Right now I have food on my table. Right now I have enough clothes to wear. I have a roof over my head. I have everything that I need. I have a whole month for God to figure out how he's going to give me that money so that I can pay that bill. But when I bring myself back to the present and I realize that right now I have everything that I need, I don't need to worry anymore.
Okay.
Because the only thing that's real is right now. The future doesn't count. The person who's giving me that bill might decide to take away that bill. Or I might win a lottery. Or someone might, decide to give me a present. And it's always worked out. It's never been a time when it hasn't worked out. I was thinking, you studied the Bible at all?
A bit on the surface.
Okay, so remember the time when the Israelites were in the desert for 40 years? And God gave them the manna as food, and they received it every single day, and at the end of the day, it would all go bad. And the next day they'd get new food, so they would only have to take the amount that they needed for that day, right? I mean, they were living in the present moment. That's all they had, was that present moment. They knew they were getting the food today. They knew that and they had to just trust in God that they were going to get it tomorrow again, right?
Yeah.
And if you think about man and money, same root. Man and money has the same letters in there. And then aside from that, it's like, if you hoard money, it can often go bad on you, right? Whether it affects you or whether it just disappears or whether you get a fine and I find that very often that, like, if I want to buy something and I decide, no, I'm not going to buy because I'm not going to have enough money, next day I'll get some sort of fine or I'll have to pay a doctor or something, and the money goes to them anyway.
Okay. Money must circulate.
Right? Now money must circulate. It's energy. It needs to move. Okay? Now, that doesn't mean you should go spending money you don't have, because you certainly should not be doing that. And it certainly means that you shouldn't be spending money that you're going to need to pay for your food that you're going to eat tomorrow, because you shouldn't be doing that either. But at the same time, if you have enough money to purchase something that you want, and it's not going to infringe on all the basic needs that you have and that you have to take care of, then I wouldn't necessarily say that you should start thinking to yourself, well, I'm going to save this money for if in 3 weeks my car is going to break down. You see what I'm saying? Because you don't even know that your car is going to break down, and this is something that you really want. Now, that's not buying things on whims. It's not going to the store and saying, oh, I want this, let's buy it. It means, you thought about it. You really want it. Something that you wanted for a while. Something that, I'm not here to give anybody guidelines of when to buy something or when not to buy something. I'm just saying for myself how I do it. But the same thing goes is that when I start bringing myself to the present moment, how lucky I am with my 6 amazing children, how lucky I am that I have a roof over my head, that I have 2 amazing parents who, always help out when I need the help, who I have amazing brother and sister who are always there for me as well, all the friends I have that are there for me, then I no longer keep that worry about the future.
Exactly.
And I no longer feel bad about the past either, because the past is done. This is what I have now, and this is what's important.
Right. Okay. And in addition to that, I've read it in the context that you are emotionally calm and everything, and also in the context that they talk about the internal dialogue being obliterated, where you're completely present, you're noticing everything completely. Do you have, in that angle, do you have anything that you do from that angle?
Okay, there's 2 things that I do from that angle. There are times when I'll just choose to focus on the things around me, the wood on my rocking chair, the feeling of the velvet on the cushion on the rocking chair, the colors. especially when I go outside. I love to look at the colors of nature, the shapes of nature, the very geometrical, the smells, the fragrances. I focus on those things. But aside from that, there are times when my mind is so upset that what I need to do is to go and meditate.
Yeah.
And then I have my set of meditations, choose which ones I want, lie down, sit in my rocking chair, and I just meditate for 15 minutes. And that manages to take me out of that bad trance that I was in and put me back into the present.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you very much. I actually have a watch here that takes, the seconds, that people run. And I actually take a deep breath and hold it for 15 seconds, and then I release it, and it just, boom, everything just slows down.
Interesting. That's a good idea. Very good idea.
Start the day, yeah.
Yeah. That is anything that brings you back into the present moment. Because most of our worries, I would say 99% of them, are unwarranted. They're not going to happen. They're in the future. You have no idea what's going to be. So what's the point of worrying about it? Now, there's a difference between worrying and preparing. Okay? I'm going to prepare a lunch for myself so that I can eat lunch later on. I'm not going to say, well, I'm not going to worry about that. What happens then is going to happen. Okay? But I'm not going to worry about something that's going to happen next year, because who knows what's going to be next year.
Exactly.
So.
Exactly. Okay. Well, that's great.
Okay. So great.
Thank you. Thank you for the healing, and thank you for everything. Thank you. I think this was an excellent way to kind of add value to the public, to people who want to know more about this modality and kind of follow up on someone's progresses and successions.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So next week we'll start the session by asking you about how it affected you within the last week.
Yeah. Absolutely. Okay. That's a great idea.
Okay, great. So take care. Have a great week.
Take care. Have a great day. Thank you. Bye.